with me because she loves to shop. So she shortened it to Jasmin Monay
instead of Monay.
Right. Right.
My daughter's name is Kaylin Monay.
Really?
Oh, nice.
They call it K Monay.
It's pretty. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So awesome.
I guess I was thinking about money too.
Maybe.
And how much that doctor's bill was going to cost him.
And dead again.
College tuition and recitals and everything else that comes along with
I
it.
told him he could hold on to her until I paid the debt off, and then he can give it to me. But
What?
he ain't want her. What?
Anyway,
Maybe.
You're fine. We're good. And we're moving on. And action. Popping the Growth Hour scene 2. Click. See.
You beautiful ladies are in the hair care industry.
Indeed.
Yes.
So you help women maintain,
Attempt to.
attempt.
Not everybody
Well,
can be
you
helped.
attempt to
Not
help.
everybody can be helped. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
Right.
the first time see, when I have these conversations, people like to lie to me and stuff.
Oh, no, I'm
and they be
straight
like,
up.
everybody beautiful.
Some of these women
everybody got
really-
this, got that. But I'm like, no, not
No.
everybody is like that. You
No.
can't do that. You know?
I think of hair as a holistic wellness thing. And if you're not really ready to put in the time, effort, consistency when it
And
comes
investment.
to investment, because it is an investment. Like your hair care should be a part of your budget.
Yes.
That's how
Right.
you know you're
I agree.
serious about it.
Right.
And a lot of women don't necessarily want to put the time and the effort, and they want that microwave, oh, I need hair tomorrow
Quick
type situation.
fix.
And it
Exactly.
doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
So everybody
And I
can't be
think
helped.
that's because they don't want to make the investment, but they want their man to make the investment. And then when the man don't come through because he in between jobs and
Oh,
living
bless
off of
his
you.
heart.
I feel like that went left.
It really
did.
sharp.
Real
And
quick, like,
no,
I'm just
everything he
saying.
say going left. It's just a matter. It's not is it going left. It's a matter of when is it going left.
So they sort of wait to get another man who's willing to make the investment on their behalf.
No, it's
Because they
okay.
want the man to take care of their hair and take care of their nails and scrub their feet and stuff.
You have a problem with that?
What kind
I
of
don't have
women
any problem with it.
Do you,
But I know women,
do you entertain?
I don't entertain them. I'm a counselor,
so you just know,
they share.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Okay, understandable. I think there are some of those. Yeah, there are some of those, and then you have other women who live in this fantasy
Bubble.
social media world. And so, for instance, I had a client that came in sometime earlier this week, and she showed me a video and said, you know, I want my hair to look like this, and I'm looking at her and I'm looking at her hair, and I really wanted to say, sis, that's not even the person's natural hair on that video. It's a frontal that they put into a ponytail. So that's not, it's not realistic. So when you try to let them know that maybe you need to start focusing on yourself and being realistic about what God has already given you, then we can really talk.
Acceptance.
Right.
That's the same
Right.
thing I do with my
Accept what you
clients.
have.
Those that are going through hair loss, and then they try to do like different styles to try to create something. I'm not going to put something on. I'm not going to make
That's gonna be
more
more damaging.
damaging to your hair. So I'm going to give you other ways that we can do and fix. You know, and maybe give you another option. You know, and then acceptance within themselves.
Right.
With the issue, and then we can move on to do the next step. But if you're still focused and stuck on that look and trying to cover, we're not getting anywhere.
Do y'all both invest time in someone that has low self-esteem, or you know they're not
It's confident.
interested? Yeah. They've got something, so they feel like they need all of this in order to do it. Are you the type of stylist to just say, you know what, glue, stitch, go ahead on, or do you actually invest the time to say, hey, let's talk for a minute before we go?
I do that all the
Definitely.
time.
All new
Yes.
clients, even some of my regulars, you have to have a consultation with me before we even
Right.
get started. I send out an intake form because if a lot of people say, oh, stylists are hair doctors. If you truly believe that you are a hair doctor, but when you go into a doctor's office, you meet with their PA first and go over whatever they're going through. So before I even touch their hair, I send out an intake form and say, okay, give me the history of what you have been doing so I know what I'm working with before I even get there. And before I touch your hair, we talk and we get a vision for what you're going through, and then I'll start to but dissect your scalp and see
Right.
what's going on. But I think that's an issue as well in the beauty industry. I think the beauty industry has become so prostituted over some years because people just want the coins
The
real
look,
quick.
yeah, and just the look.
Right, and
They're
the
not
look.
concerned with the underneath,
Exactly.
or the
What goes with it.
health of the hair.
And then by the time that they get to stylists who actually care, sometimes it's too late. And
Right.
you want us to work a miracle. And I'm like, sis, you didn't see that your edges was gone 2 years ago?
Right. Oh, this didn't just happen.
Right. It
Right,
didn't just
right
happen.
now.
It's a course of time. I actually had one client who came and saw me, and we were trying to identify what went wrong. And she had been getting frontals for almost a year and a half. And she literally had like 3 major bald spots all over her head. And I'm not talking about little ones. I'm talking about bare skin. And I looked at her and I said, why did you keep going to her? Oh, because I just loved how she did it and it looked really good. But since you used to have hair down your back, now
Right.
it's that long. Like,
Right.
it's a mental thing. It really is. It's sad. And it's
So she
mainly
kept
happening-
going there.
She kept going because
Even-
it looked
even
good.
through the damage.
Even through the damage.
So
And there's
was
a
she fooling
number of
herself?
women. I think you just get used to yourself looking a certain
Certain way.
way.
Okay.
And you're in their mind, they're saying, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna get it again, and it's gonna be covered up, so I don't have to really
Right.
deal with it." I even told her, I said, if you continue to get these lace fronts done and using that adhesive, you're going to be bald in the next 6 months. And she really like, oh, well, let me figure it out because I have to get used to seeing myself with my natural hair. And I'm just,
Why you
I
can't
just
lie for
told
you?
you,
Yeah.
you gonna be bald headed.
And you got.
And you have to think about it.
That's like saying if you keep eating this, you
Right.
2 snacks away from a heart attack.
That part.
But it tastes so good. But you're gonna die for it?
Right. Exactly.
I'm burying you with Twinkies.
Exactly.
Literally.
That's why, my stylist, if I do extensions or lace fronts, or if they do cover up, I actually specialize in hair care. So I'm gonna take care of the hair underneath. They have a head full of hair underneath, so they can go.
Right.
They can wear extensions. They can wear their own hair because I'm gonna make sure that is taken care of.
Right, right. I started wearing protective styles back in 2013. I was in a scuba diving incident that put me in a coma. Wow. And I'm here. Bless God. Thank you. But
It wasn't all that.
okay. Yes, sir.
She just died
For
a few
that.
times.
And that was just like one of multiple times. But during that, they actually shaved parts of my head to put the little prods, the brain prods and stuff in it. So when it was so hilarious, once I came out, I was in the hospital, and all I knew was I had a sew-in at the time. I was scuba diving, so literally they naturally had to cut it out and everything, but they couldn't get the braids out, so literally it was just
Right.
prod, whatever. And I remember one of the nurses walked by. My sisters, I love them. They brought me clothes, they brought me regular pajamas, they brought me everything, but they did not bring me a hair comb. So I took my dinner fork and I was trying to take my braids out. One, I just wanted, because I know that my hair hadn't been washed, blood and everything that they
Right.
were doing, and I could feel it, and like I'm okay now. So I was laying in bed with one arm because the other one had all of the things to it, and I remember this guy walked by. He said, "What in tarnations? Sweet baby Jesus." And it was like, "What are you doing?" He literally thought that I was stabbing myself in the head with the fork.
Wow.
And I was like,
Were
calm
you?
down. No, I was trying to
Okay.
take my hair down, but I was using a
On
fork to do
suicide
it.
kick today.
There was a woman
All
we
day.
interviewed earlier. She
All
had
day.
suicidal tendencies diagnosed by a therapist. And she wrote a book about
But she
it.
recovered. She is fine. But he gonna make it seem like she.
No,
wasn't
I just
bad.
want to make sure that everybody okay.
Oh my goodness.
I was.
That's just my
I
thing
wasn't.
for today. Tomorrow you
No.
can kill yourself, but today I wanted you to be saved.
We're good. But after that, I literally had to go into protective styles in order to give my hair time to grow back,
back.
and everything. And the stress from it. A lot of women may encounter hair loss, but they don't realize how impactful hair loss and weight gain.
Telogen effluvium.
Yes.
Telogen effluvium is a stress-induced event that causes hair loss. It's also known as postpartum alopecia. Any kind of stressful event,
Yep.
your hair is going
She-
to fall.
She was just waiting
Right.
for the opportunity to say that.
No,
I thought
I'm
you were
just
cursing
saying,
up in here. I'm like, you can't say
No,
curse words.
I didn't know what it was, but yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
she's
hair,
correct, though.
it's like
It
hair
is.
PT, it's like hair PTSD.
It is
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
So why don't we just shave it all off? Cut it. Just call it a day.
You're not gonna
shut it off.
You're not gonna like that.
Why not? If everybody bald, you bald. When in Rome, do as the Romans. It's not like
No.
it is what it is.
No.
Why, what's wrong with your head?
That's just a part of our nature,
Okay,
our
so then just
culture, and what we
shut it all
like, and
off.
everything else.
If everybody had bald hair, then you wouldn't have to worry about anything.
You are correct, but that's just not.
But
our
that puts
society.
them out of business.
That part.
That puts the hair
Exactly.
No,
industry and
you're
people
not
out
going to
of
be
You going to
satisfied
another
with a woman
business.
that has
No.
bald head.
We good. Y'all keep doing
why
what
wouldn't
you're
I be
doing.
satisfied? If every
doing what
woman
you're
had a
doing.
bald
Because
hair,
you were complaining about
I'd
the
be
women that's wearing
satisfied.
wigs, remember? So if they bald headed,
Let me tell you,
Then it's be bald.
Dr. Biz, let me tell you,
Massage it
you
and
don't
stuff.
want to hear that with both of y'all in the room at night. Y'all got two bald heads. You and her touching
You
heads.
can get used to the sound,
No.
depending upon what the rest of it look like.
No. You don't want that.
and where
You
is
don't
this
want-
going? What's
She's like, right.
We're all talking about
over.
hair.
All over.
We're talking about hair.
All over.
Right.
That's it.
Take care of it.
Absolutely.
Take care of it. Exactly.
That's the
Take
bottom
care of
line.
it
And take
and
the
listen to
advice
your
and counsel
hairstylist.
from the experts.
Exactly.
Those that
Minimize
do
the
this.
stress.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you said that though, because not a lot, certain females feel like they can sit in your chair maybe once or twice a year and expect their hair to thrive. Don't
No.
expect to just pop up once or twice
Right.
and
But
You're-
why wouldn't they? If I can go to the convenience store and buy a lottery ticket and be rich tomorrow, then why wouldn't I take that same mentality with my hair and everything else
you're
in life?
absolutely correct.
We live in a microwave society.
You're right.
I want it fast, I want it hot, I want it now.
You're right.
And I want it cheap.
Right.
That
Definitely
part,
cheap.
Yeah.
cheap.
Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. And people
And
are
it's
programmed that way. It's sad, but it's the reality.
If we only would do right by our crown of glory,
Right.
you only get one. All the others you have to buy.
And did you know that your hair is the first sacrifice for anything going on in your body?
Oh yeah, your,
Your hair
is your
always takes
strength.
a hit first.
Yep.
So I tell my clients, I say, there's a difference.
No.
in your-
Back up. For anything else going on in your body.
Like internally. Meaning, like, if you've been on a consistent hair regimen, right, and your hair just all of a sudden starts shedding profusely, falling out, balding, something is going on internally.
As an indicator.
And so some people just be like, oh, it's just shedding, because naturally the hair sheds anywhere between like 100 and 120 hairs a day, depending on the
A day.
density of the
80
hair.
hairs a day, 80
So
strands.
that's natural. But if you're rubbing your hands through your hair and there's clumps
And it's
going
just
out,
coming out,
something's
yeah.
not right. Like, you need to go see your physician.
Stress
Herpes,
does that too.
syphilis.
Stress does that too.
koala bear.
Stress does it.
Koala bear
What?
chlamydia.
Herpes, syphilis? What?
It's koala bear chlamydia.
Stuff that's going on inside your body.
But
Cause
that's
your
what
hair
you
to
went
come out.
first?
He only can talk about what he know.
From what I heard from her.
But yes, anytime you see that, something's not right.
Okay, so listen to your body, listen to your
Yeah.
hair. And if you've got wigs and braids and everything else and you can't see that, you're missing out on it
Very
at the
much
same
so.
time. And like I said, I feel the same way about stress, because I know that a lot of times our body is telling us you're too stressed. And instead of us trying to resolve the issue, we keep doing more and more, actually creating even greater stress. Because
Right.
now I got to spend more money that I'm already stressed out about money. But now I got to spend more money to try to look some kind of way like I'm not stressed out about money.
Right.
You know,
So
so,
you
Yeah,
can
and I
get
can
a
actually
man.
see
resolve
that
the
too.
problem.
You get a man and then you can de-stress.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, what is going on with you today?
What you mean?
That's
You
more stress.
everything today, sir.
It depends on the type
More
of man.
stress.
So what type of man have you been with?
That's stress right there.
That's
Only
created
one for
stress.
19 years.
Does
She
he
leaned
cause
into the
stress?
mic for that. Nookie said, "Dude, with my real daddy."
Represent. Does he cause you stress?
Yes.
Everybody causes each other stress. I've been stressed out for the last 2 segments with you. My hair come out. I'm okay. I'm good.
Told you I shave it off. Nobody ever know.
My kitchen tight.
Just shave it all off. You be good.
Right, true.
Nobody will never
Yeah,
know.
just don't itch the stress spots in your head.
Don't itch
scratch
the
it.
Yeah, don't
stress.
keep scratching it because I can see it, and so I would say, well, that's your stress
Spots.
Spot.
So don't bother it. If you feel it itching, just leave it, let it be.
Mine was right in the corner, and I took
Petroleum jelly.
No, stop. What's up with you with petroleum jelly?
It fixes everything. That's why my mama said that.
Spray some Bactine on it. I took
some
no, it was an oil, tea tree oil.
Tea tree oil.
Yeah, tea tree oil, and I want to say coconut oil or something like that. Like it was just natural oils, like nothing else.
That's good.
That was it. And put in a little bottle with the little point thing, and I just get right there.
And does it
that's
relieve
fine.
it? Yeah. Don't scratch it. Just
And
do that.
And I want to say for like the last year, it's pretty much gone. That's it. But that would be where my
Did it leave a scab?
No.
Okay.
It's just where the hair would break off. That's where I would know.
You're going to put a bow there.
Something you make me
Cover it
tired.
Cover it up, right? Isn't that what you cover stuff up?
Put a bow on you. I'm gonna put a bow on you and leave you on somebody's doorstep. You know, fire department or
They'll
something.
have a good time. How can they get in contact with you, ladies?
Honey bear.
You can contact me you'll find me on Facebook, Instagram, Hairstyles by Joni. You can also email me, jonilockhart19@gmail.com.
How you spell Joni?
Joni, Joni.
Got it.
Why you say it like I'm supposed to know?
I don't know.
Because you know you can't spell.
It's like stupid. It's Joni.
They know English.
Everybody know that.
Everybody know your English is your second language. Ebonics is your first.
Goodness.
So we're good.
You say so.
We do. And how can we get in contact with you as well?
You can get in contact with me on Instagram and Facebook, Jasmin Monay. That's JasminMonay with the underscore on Instagram, just Jasmin Monay on Facebook. You can also follow the salon page at Salon2911. That's with the Roman numerals, so XXIX11. And you can follow me on the radio page at naturallymE_WDRBmedia. Or you can email me at jmonayalexander@gmail.com.
Marvelous.
Okay.
She got all her ABCs. You is smart. You is kind. And you was important. Yeah.
Remember those three things. Family, we are so excited that you have had the opportunity
Thank
to
you.
witness, experience, hear from, see these two
Join us for the ride.
wonderful individuals, along with the vivacious, funny, creative, most intelligent individual sitting to my right, that brightens up everybody's day.
If y'all find my body missing, Dr. Beers has something to do with it.
That I just told them all the compliment stuff. That means I like you, so there's no motive.
That's what you do on camera. So when I come up missing, you're least likely to be a suspect in the crime.
I was with them.
Keep a lookout, family. Keep a
My
lookout.
alibi. You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media,
The voice of the community. That's all, folks.
Oh, my goodness.
You done good.
Was that fun for you?
Indeed.
Okay.